plain, if any born of Ephesus comes to the Bay of Syracuse, he dies. His goods confiscate to the Duke's dispose, unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount to 100 marks. Therefore, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort, when your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusan, say in brief the cause why thou departedst from thy native home, and the cause for why thou camest to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet that the world may witness that my end was wrought by nature, not by vile offence, I'll utter what my sorrows give me leave. In Syracusa was I born, and wed unto a woman happy but for me, and by me. Had not our hap been bad, with her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamnum, till my factor's death and the great care of goods at random left drew me from kind embracements of my spouse, from whom my absence was not 6 months old, before herself, almost at fainting under the pleasing punishment that women bear, had made provision for her following me, and soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons, and which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour, and in the self-same inn, a poor, mean woman was delivered of such a burden, male twins both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought, and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions of our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard. A league from Epidamnum had we sailed, before the always wind-obeying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. But longer could we not retain much hope, for what obscured light the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death. And this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for safety by our boat, and left the ship then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him unto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end the mast, and floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried towards Corinth, as we thought. At length, the sun, gazing upon the earth, dispersed those vapours that offended us, and by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm, and we discovered 2 ships from far, making amain to us, of Corinth that, of Epidaurus this. But ere they came, oh, let me say no more. Gather the sequel by that went before.
Hey! Forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon thee.
Oh, had the gods done so! For ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock, which being violently borne upon, our helpful ship was splitted in the midst, so that in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike what to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, though not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind, and in our sight. Those three were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length, another ship had seized on us, and knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey, had not their bark been very slow of sail. And therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me, severed from my bliss, that by misfortunes was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps. Halt!
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favour to dilate at full what hath befallen thee and them till now.
My youngest boy, and yet my eldest care, at 18 years became inquisitive after his brother, and importuned me that his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, but retained his name, might bear him company in the quest of him. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward, came to Ephesus, hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought or that or any place that harbours men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me they live.
Be still! Hapless Aegean, whom fate has marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. Now trust me, were it not against our laws, my soul would sue as advocate for thee. But since thou art adjudged to the death, and passage sentence may not be recalled, yet I'll favour thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I limit thee this day to seek thy health by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus, beg thou or borrow to make up the sum, and live. If not, then thou art doomed to die. No.
Hopeless and helpless doth Aegean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end. Therefore, give out you are from Epidamnum, lest that your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusan merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and because he could not buy out his life, according to the statute of the town, dies ere the weary sun set in the west. There is your money that I had to keep.
Go bear it to the centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that I'll view the manners of the town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and host within mine inn, for with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a mean.
A trusty villain, sir, that
Oh,
very
right,
often I'm dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humour with his merry jests. What, will you walk with me about the town and then come to my inn and dine with me?
I am invited, sir,
Ah,
to certain merchants, of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon, at 5 o'clock, please you. I'll meet with you here on the mart, and then afterward consort you till bedtime. My present business calls me from you now.
farewell till then. I'll go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water that in an ocean seeks another drop, who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. How now? How chance thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon?
Yeah.
Rather approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit. The clock hath struck 12 upon the bell, and my mistress made it 1 upon my cheek. She is hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home having broke your fast. But we, who know what is to fast and pray, are penitent for your default today.
Stop in your wind, sir, and tell me this, I pray. Where is the money that I gave you?
To me? Well, sir, you gave no gold to me.
Come. I am not in a sport of humour now. Tell me this, where is the money? We being strangers here, how darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you jest as you sit at dinner. I from my mistress come to you in post, and if I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will score your fault upon my pate. Methinks your more, like mine, should be your clock and strike you home without a messenger.
Come, Dromio. These jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. And tell me, where is the gold I gave in charge to you?
Sir, you gave no gold to me.
Come, Sir Knave, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was to fetch you from the mart, home to your house, the Phoenix, sir, where my mistress and her sister stay for you.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me, in what safe place have you bestowed my money? Or I shall break this merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed. Where is the 1,000 marks thou hast of me?
I have some marks of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress's marks upon my shoulders, but not 1,000 marks between you both. If I should pay your worship those again, perchance you would not bear them patiently.
Thy mistress marks. What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife.
Oh, right.
My mistress at the Phoenix, she that fasts till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home to dinner.
What? Will you flout me until thus face being forbid? There, take you that!
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hands. Nay, you will not. I take my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is overwrought of all my money. They say this town is full of cozenage, as nimble jugglers that deceive the eye, dark working sorcerers that change the mind, soul-killing witches that deform the body, disguised cheaters, prating mountebanks, and many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I'll be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek this slave. Oh, God. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned, that in such haste I sent to seek his master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him. and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner. Oh, good sister, let us dine and never fret. Man is master of his liberty. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so, be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out a door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh, no, he is the bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Why? Headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye, but hath his bound in earth, in sea, in sky. The beasts, the fishes, and the winged fowl are their male subjects and at their controls. Man, more divine, the master of all these, lord of the wide world and world watery seas, endued with intellectual sense and souls, of more preeminence than fish and fowls, are masters to their females and their lords. Then let your will attend on their accord.
This servitude makes to keep you unwed.
Not this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
But were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn love, I would practice to obey.
How, if your husband be some other where?
Till he came home again, I would forbear.
Patience unmoved, no marvel though she pause. They can be meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul bruised with adversity, we bid be quiet when we hear it cry, but were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much or more we should ourselves complain. So thou that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, with urging helpless patience should relieve me. But if thou live to see like right bereft, this fool-begged patience in thee will be left.
I will marry one day, but to try. Here comes your man, now is your husband nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand?
Oh, nay, he is at two hands with me, and with that my two ears can witness.
Say, did thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he told his mind upon mine ear, beshrew his hand. I scarce could understand it.
Spake him so doubtfully thou couldst not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck so plainly I could too well feel his blows, and withal so doubtfully I could scarce understand him.
But say, I prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
Why, mistress, sure my master is horn mad.
Horn mad, thou villain!
I mean not cuckold mad. But he is stark mad. When I desired him to come home for dinner, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come home, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Where is the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain? My mistress, sir, quoth I. I know not thy mistress. Out on thy mistress. Hang up thy mistress.
Quoth who?
Quoth my master. I know, quoth he, no wife, no house, no mistress. So, my errand, due unto my tongue, I bear home upon my shoulders. For in conclusion, well, he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again? And be new beaten home? Oh, for God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pater cross.
And he will bless that cross with another beating. Between the two of you, I shall have a holy head.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home.
Am I so round with you as you with me that like a football you do spurn me thus? You spurn me hence, he will spurn me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather.
Fie! How impatience loureth on your face.
His company must do his minions grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath homely age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek, then he hath wasted it. Are my discourses dull? Barren my wit? If voluble and sharp discourse be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do their gay vestments his affections bait? That's not my fault, he's master of my state. What ruins are in me that can be found by him not ruined? Then he is the ground of my defeatures, my decayed fare. A sunny look of his would soon repair. But too unruly, dear, he breaks the pail and feeds from home. Poor am I, but 'tis stale.
Self-harming jealousy, fie, beat it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, or else would it, but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. With that alone a love he would detain, and so keep fair quarter with his bed. I see the jewel best enamelled will lose its beauty, yet the gold bides still whilst others touch, and often touching will wear gold. And no man that hath a name by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away and weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
The gold I gave to Dromio is laid up safe at the Centaur, and the heedful slave has wandered forth in care to seek me out by computation of my host's report. I did not meet with Dromio since at first I sent him from the mart. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humour altered? As you love strokes, so jest with me again? You know at no centaur, you received no gold, your mistress sent me home to a dinner, my house was at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad, that thou so madly thou didst answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
Well, I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the Centaur with the gold you gave me.
Ah, villain, thou liest, Thou didst deny the gold receipt and told me of a mistress and a dinner, for which I hope thou felt'st I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Yea. Dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Think'st thou I jest? There, take you that and that!
Oh, hold, for God's sake, sir, now your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fault and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love and make a common of my serious hours. When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport, but creep in crannies when he hides his beams. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanours to my looks, or I'll beat this method in your sconce.
Oh, sconce, you would call it, so you would leave battering. Well, I had rather have it ahead, and you would use these long blows. I must get a sconce for my head, and ensconce it too, else I shall seek my wit in my shoulders. But I pray, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore, for they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first for flouting me, and then wherefore? For urging it a second time to me!
Was there ever a man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and wherefore is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
But marry, sir, for this something you gave me for nothing.
I'll make amends next and give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants what I have.
Well, good time, sir. What's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, it will be dry.
Well, if it be, sir, I pray you eat none of it.
Your reason?
Well, lest they make you choleric and purchase me another dry basting.
Learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things.
Well, I durst have denied that before you were so choleric.
By what rule, sir?
Well, marry, sir, by a rule as plain as the plain bold pate of Father Time himself.
Let's hear it.
There's no time for a man to recover lost hair that grows bald by nature.
Well, may he not do it by fine and recovery?
Yes, to pay a fine for a periwig and recover the lost hair of another man.
Why is time such a miser of hair, being, as it is, so plentiful an excrement?
Because it is a blessing that he bestows on beasts. And what he hath scanted men in hair, he giveth them in wit.
Why? But there are many a man who have more hair than wit.
Not one among those, and yet he hath the wit to lose his hair.
But Why? Thou didst conclude hairy men plain dealers without wit.
What? The plainer dealer, the sooner lost, and yet he loseth it in a kind of jollity.
For what reason?
Not for two, and sound ones too.
Nay, not sound, I pray.
Sure ones then.
Nay, not sure, in a thing falsing.
Certain ones then.
Name them.
The one, to save the money that he spends in tiring. The other, that at dinner, they should not drop in his porridge.
You would have proved all this time that there's no time for all things.
Marry, and did, sir. Namely, there's no time to recover hair lost by nature.
But your reason was not substantial. Why is there no time to recover?
Thus I mend it. Time himself is bald. Therefore, to the world's end, we'll have bald followers.
I knew it would be a bold conclusion.
Oh.
But soft, who wafts us yonder?
Aye, Antipholus. Look strange and frown. Some other mistress have thy sweet aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou unurged wast vow that never words were music in thine ear, that never object more pleasing in thine eye, that never touch well welcome in thy hand, that never meat sweet savoured in thy taste, unless I spake or looked or touched or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband, oh, how comes it that thou art estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being strange to me. That undividable, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's better part. I do not tear away thyself from me. A mingled thence that drop again, without addition or diminishing, as take from me thyself and not me too. How dearly would it touch me? Just that I were licentious, and that this body consecrate to thee by ruffian lust had been contaminate. Wouldst thou not spit at me and spurn me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin from my harlot brow, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep divorcing vow? I know thou canst, therefore see thou do it. I am possessed with an adulterate blot. My blood is mingled with the crime of lust. For if we two be one and thou play false, I do digest the poison of thy flesh, being strumpeted by thy contagion. Keep then fair league and truce with thine own bed. I live disdained, thou undishonoured.
Plead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus I am but 2 hours old, a stranger to your town as to your talk, who, for all my wit being scant, want wit in all one word to understand.
Fie, brother! How the world is changed with you. When will you want to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me!
By thee. And thou didst return from him that he did buffet thee, and by his blows denied his house for his, me for his wife.
Say, sir, did you converse with this gentlewoman?
I said, I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her words thou didst deliver to me on the march.
I never saw her in all my life.
Well, how can she call us thus unless it be by inspiration?
Your gravity to counterfeit so grossly with your slave. Be it my wrong that you are me exempt, but wrong not that wrong with a mere contempt. I will fasten on the sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine. Thy strong state makes me with thy strength to communicate. If aught possess you from me, it is dross, usurping ivy, briar, or idle moss, all for want of pruning with intrusion. Inspect thy sap and live on thy confusion.
She speaks to me. She moves me for her theme. What, was I married to her in my dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Until I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads I cross me for a sinner. This is a fairyland. Oh, spite of spites, we talk with goblins, owls and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath and pinch us black and blue.
Preach thou to thyself and answerst not. Dromio. Thou Dromio. Thou snail. Thou sot. Thou slug.
Oh, I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art, and so am I.
No, in my mind and my shape.
I have their own form.
No, I'm an ape.
If thou art changed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis so. She rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so, I'm an ass. Else it can never be, but I should know her, as well as she knows me.
Come, no longer will I be the fool to put the finger in the eye and weep, whilst man and master laughs my woes to scorn. Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine above with you today, and shrive you of 1,000 idle pranks. Sirrah, if any ask for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister, Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I an earth in heaven or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised, known unto these and to myself disguised? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? I'll say as they say and preserve so, and in the mist at all adventures go.
Master, shall I play the porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break your pate.
Come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours. Say that I lingered with you at your shop to watch the making of her castanet, and that tomorrow you will bring it home. Ah, yes. But here's a villain that would face me down. He met me on the mart, and that I beat him, and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and I did deny my wife and house. Wow, villain, what sayest thou to this?
Say what you will, master, but I know what I know. That you beat me at the mart, I have your hand to show. The skin were parchment and your blows were ink. Your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an ass.
Oh, marry, sir, so it doth appear. By the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear. I should kick being kicked, being at that pass. You would keep from my heels and beware of an ass.
Good Signor Balthazar, you're sad. Pray God our cheer may warrant my goodwill and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir. And you're welcome, dear.
Good Signor Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat is common, sir. That every churl affords.
Aye, but welcome more common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
To a miserly host, sir, and more sparing guest. But though my cates be mean, take them in good part. Better cheer may you have, sir, but never with better heart. But soft, my door is locked. Go bid them let us in.
Maud! Bridget! Cecily, Marion, Gillian, Gin!
Mome? Malt horse? Capon? Coxcomb? Idiot? Patch? Either get thee from the door, or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for wenches, that thou call'st for such store? When one is one too many, go, get thee from the door.
Hey, what patch is made our porter? My master stays in the street.
Well, let him go from whence he came, lest he catch cold on his feet.
Who cries within there? Ho, open up the door.
Right, I'll tell you when, and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner. I have not dined today.
Well, nor today must you not. Come again when you may.
What art thou that keepst me from the house I owe?
The porter, for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Oh, villain! Thou hast stole both my office and my name. Well, the one there got me credit, the other mickle blame. If thou hast been Dromio today in my place, thou wouldst have swapped thy face for a name and thy name for an ass.
What a coiled Romeo! Who are those at the gate?
Let my master in, Luce.
Faith, no, he comes too late, and so tell your master.
Oh, Lord, I must laugh. Have it you with a proverb. Should I set in my staff?
Ooh, have it you with another, that's when, can you tell?
If thy name be called Luce, Luce thou hast answered him well.
Do you hear, you minion? You'll let us in, I hope.
I thought to have asked you.
What, and you said no.
Well, come help. Oh. Well struck, master. That was blow for blow.
Thou baggage, let me in.
Can you tell for whose sake?
Master, knock the door hard.
Get it knocked till it aches.
Oh, you'll cry for this, minion, if I break the door down.
What needs all that and a pair of stocks in the town?
Who's at the door keeping all this noise?
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, sister? You might have come before.
Your sister, Sir Knave. Go, get you from the door.
Well, if we went in pain, master, these knaves would go sore.
Aye.
Here is neither cheer, sir, nor welcome. We would fain have either. In debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
We stand at the door, master. Bid him welcome hither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
Yeah. You would say so, sir, if your garments were thin. Your cake here is warm within, and you stand in the cold. Would make a man mad as a buck to be so bought and sold.
Go fetch me something. I'll break open the gate.
Break any break in here, and I'll break your knave's pate.
Oh, a man may break a word with you, sir, but words are but wind. Aye, and break it in your face, so break it not behind.
Oh, it seems thou wants breaking. Out upon thee, hind.
Here's too much out upon thee. Prithee, let me in.
Aye, when fowls have no feathers and fish have no fin.
Well, I'll break in. Go borrow me a crow.
A crow without a feather, master, mean you so? For if there's fish without a fin, there's a fowl without a feather. If a crow help us in, sir, well, we'll pluck a crow together.
Go get you gone and fetch me an iron crow.
Have patience, sir. Oh, let it not be so. Herein you war against your reputation and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. What's this? Your long experience of her wisdom, her sober virtues, years and modesty plead on her part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, but she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience. And let us to the tiger, eh? All to dinner. And about evening, come yourself, alone, to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in now, in the stirring passage of the day, a vulgar comment will be made of it. And dwell upon your grave when you are dead. For slander lives upon succession. For ere housed, where it gets possession, eh? Yeah.
He has prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in spite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty, witty, wild, and yet too gentle. To her we will to dinner. This woman, that I mean my wife, though I protest without desert, hath oftentimes upbraided me withal. There will we dine. Ah, good Signor Angelo. Get you home, and fetch the chain. By this I know 'tis made. Bring it with you, I pray you, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. This chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife, upon mine hostess there. Good sir, make haste, for since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere, to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place some hour hence.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
Forgot a husband's office? Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love springs rot? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake, use her with more kindness. Or, if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle thy false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Be not thy tongue thy own shame's orator. Look sweet. Speak fair. Become disloyalty. Apparel vice like virtue's harbinger. Bear a fair presence though your heart be tainted. Teach sin the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret false. What need she be acquainted? What simple thief brags of his own attaint? 'Tis double wrong to truant with thy bed and let her read it in thy looks at board. Shame hath the bastard fame well managed. Ill deed is doubled with an evil word. Alas, poor women, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you in again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wife. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Oh, sweet mistress, what your name is else, I know not, nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your knowledge than your grace you show not than our earth's wonder, more than earth divine. Oh, teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earthy gross conceit, smothered in error's feeble shallow weak, the folded meaning to thy words deceit. Against my soul's pure truth, why labour you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you a god? Would you create me new? Oh, transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if I am I, and well I know, your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe, far more to you do I decline. Oh, train me not, sweet mermaid, with thy notes to drown me in thy sister's floods of tears. Sing, siren, for thyself, and I will dote. Spread o'er the silver waves thy golden hairs, and as a bed I'll take them and there lie, and in this glorious supposition think, he that gains by death hath such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
What?
Ooh.
Are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated, how I do not know.
It is a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing at your beams, fair sun, being by.
Gaze where you should, that will clear your sight.
As good as wink, sweet lovers, look on night.
Call you me love? Call my sister so.
My sister.
That's my sister.
No, it is thyself, my own part's better part, mine own eye's clearer eye, my dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, and my sweet hope's aim, my soul earth's heaven and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee lead my life. You have no husband yet, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
So, sir, be still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill.
How now, Dromio, where runnest thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art, Dromio, thou art my man, thou art thyself.
I'm an ass.
Well,
I'm a woman's man, and besides myself.
what woman's man? How besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I'm due to a woman. One that will have me. One that claims me. I'll have but lean luck in the match, and yet she is a wondrous, fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir. She's the kitchen wench, and all grease, and I know not what use to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I warrant her rags and the tallow in them will burn a Poland winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, like my shoe. But her face, nothing like so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over shoe in the grime of it.
Well, that's a fault that water will mend.
No, sir. 'Tis in grain. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nell, sir. But her name and 3/4, that's an L, and 3/4 would not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breadth.
Oh, no longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She's spherical. Like a globe. I could find out countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Marry, sir. In her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where's Scotland?
I found it in the barrenness. Hard in the palm of her hand.
Where France?
In her forehead. Armed and reverted, making war against her hair.
Where England?
I looked for the chalky cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it stood by her chin, by the salt room that ran between it and France.
Where Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it, hot in her breath.
Where America, the Indies?
Oh, sir, all upon her nose, embellished with rubies, carbuncles, sapphires, decline in their rich aspect to the hot breath of Spain that sent whole armados of carracks to be ballast at her nose.
Where stood Belgium, the Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude, This drudge or diviner laid claim to me, called me Dromio, swore I was a shore to her, told me what privy marks I have about me, as the mark on my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch. And I think if my breast had not been made of faith, my heart of steel, she would have transformed me to a curtle dog and made me run i' the wheel.
Go hie thee straight post to the road. If the wind blow any way from shore, I'll not harbour in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, then straight to the mark, where I will walk till thou return to me. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge pack and be gone.
As from a bear, a man would run for his life, so fly I from she that would be my wife.
There's none but witches that do inhabit here, therefore 'tis time I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul for a wife abhor, but her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, have almost made me traitor to myself. Lest myself be proved guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus!
Aye, that's my name.
I know it well, sir. Lo, here is the chain. I thought to obtain you to Porpentine. The chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
What's your will that I shall have to do with this?
What please yourself, sir? I have made it for you.
Made it for me, sir. No, I bespoke it not.
Not once, not twice, but 20 times you have.
Oh.
Go home with it and please your wife withal. And soon at supper time I'll visit you and then receive my money for the chain.
I pray, sir, receive the money now, for fear you ne'er see chain or money more.
Oh, you are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
No. What I should think of this I cannot tell. But this I think, there is no man is so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here not need live by shifts, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. I'll to the mart, therefore Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.
And thank you too.
The lay-bar may you safe, see where he comes.
While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. This will I bestow amongst my wife and her confederates for locking me out of doors by day. But soft, I see the goldsmith. Go get you gone. Buy them a rope and bring it home to me.
By £1,000 a year, I'd buy a rope.
A man is well holp up that trusts to you. I promised both your presence and the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Belike, you thought our love would last too long if it were chained together, and therefore came not?
Saving your merry humour, here's the note how much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the fineness of the gold and chargeful fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more than I stand debted to this gentleman.
Arr.
I pray you, see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea and stays but for it.
I am not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good signor, take the stranger home unto my house, and with you take the chain. Bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Yeah. Then you will bring the chain to her yourself?
No, bear it with you, else I come not time enough.
Well, sir, I will. Have you the chain about you?
And if I have not, sir, I pray you have, else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I, to blame, have held him here too long.
Good Lord. You use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have chid you for not bringing it, but like a shrew you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. Come again.
You see how he importunes me? The chain.
What? Bring it to my wife and fetch your money.
Oh, come, come. You know I gave it you even now. Either send the chain or send me by some token.
Fie, now you run this humour out of breath. Come, where's the chain? I pray you let me see it.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Say so whether you'll answer me or no, or I'll leave him by the officer!
Answer you? What should I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave it you half an hour since.
You gave me none. You wrong me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, I'll rest him at my suit.
I do charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Oh, consent to pay thee that I never had. Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if he should scorn me so apparently.
Well, I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit?
I do, and will obey thee till I give thee bail. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master, there's a bark of Epidamnum that stays but till her owner comes aboard, and then, sir, she bears away. Our fraughtage, sir, I have conveyed aboard, and I have bought the oil, the balsamum, and aquavitae. Oh, the ship is in her trim. The merry wind blows fair from this land. They stay but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now? A madman? Why, thou foolish sheep! What ship of Epidamnum stays for me?
The ship you sent me to, sir, to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end.
You sent me for a rope's end as soon, sir, you sent me to the bay for a bark.
I will debate this matter at more leisure, and teach your ears to list me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, hie thee straight. Give her, give her this key. Tell her, in the desk that's covered o'er with Turkish tapestry, there is a purse of ducats. Tell her to send it, that I am rested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hie thee, slaves, be gone! On, officer, to prison till it come.
To Adriana. That is where we dined. Where Dowsabel did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill.
Ah, Luciana! Did he tempt thee so? Mightst thou perceive austerely in his eye whether he did plead in earnest, yea or nay? Looked he red, or pale, or sad, or merrily? What observation mayst thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
First he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then swore he that he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though forsworn he were.
Then pleaded I for you.
And what said he?
The love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasion did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit may move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Didst speak him fair?
Patience, I beseech.
I cannot, nor will I hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old and sear, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless, everywhere. Vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical and making worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is wailed when it is gone.
But I think him better than I say, and would hear in others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Mistress, here, go, the desk, the purse, sweet now, make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in Tartar limbo, worse than hell. A devil in everlasting garments hath him, one whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel. A fiend, a fairy, pitiless and rough, a wolf, nay worse, a fellow all in buff. A back friend, a shoulder clapper, one who countermands the passages of alleys, creeks, and narrow lands, a hound that runs counter and yet draws dry foot well, one that before judgment carries poor souls to hell.
Why, man, what is the matter?
Oh, I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case.
What? He is arrested? Tell me at whose suit?
Oh, I know not whose suit he is rested well, but he's in a suit of buff has rested him. That I can tell. Will you send him, mistress, redemption, the money in the desk?
Go fetch it, sister. This I wonder at, that he, unbeknownst to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
No, on a stronger thing, a chain. A chain. Oh, do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, the bell. It's time that I were gone. It was 2 ere I left him, and now the clock strikes 1.
The hours go back, that did I never hear.
Oh, yes. If any hour meets a sergeant and turns back for very fear.
As if time were in debt, how fondly dost thou reason?
Time is very bankrupt, and owes more than he's worth the season. Nay, he's a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day?
Go, Dromio, there's the money, bear it hence and bring thy master home immediately. Come, sister, I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit my comfort and my injury.
There's not a soul I meet that doth salute me, as if I were their well-acquainted friend, and everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now a tailor called me in his shop and showed me silks that he had bought for me. and there we've also measured my body. Sure, these are imaginary wilds and Lapland sorcerers do inhabit here. What gold is this?
Master, here is the gold you sent me for. What, have you got the picture of old Adam new apparelled?
What Adam dost thou mean?
Not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that kept the prison.
Oh, dost thou mean an officer?
Aye, sir, the sergeant
Yes,
of...
therein rest your foolery. Now, is there any ship put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Why, sir? I gave you word of that an hour since, that the bark expedition puts forth tonight, and then you were hindered by the sergeant. Here are the angels you sent me to deliver you.
The fellow is distract, and so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power, deliver us from the head!
Well met, Master Antipholus. Oh, I see you've met the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan, avoid, I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Nay, 'tis worse, 'tis the devil's dam. And here she appears in the habit of a light wench. It is written, they appear to men as angels of light. Light is an aspect of fire. Fire will burn. Ergo, light wenches will burn.
Your man and you are marvellous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner in here.
Master, if you do, expect spoon meat or bespeak a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Marry, you must have a long spoon that must dine with the devil.
Avoid, fiend.
Oh, God.
Thou art, as you all are, a sorceress. I charge thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me that ring of mine that you had at dinner. Or, for my diamond, that chain you promised me, and I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Some devils ask but for the paring of one's nail, a brush, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone. But she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise.
My ring, sir, or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so. Ooh! Come here. Come here.
Satan, avoid, avaunt thou witch. Come, Dromio, let us go.
Out of doubt, Antipholus is mad. Else would he never so demean himself. A chain he had of mine, no, a ring he had of mine, I'm getting confused here, worth 40 ducats. And for the same, he promised me a chain. Both one another he denies me now. The reason that I gather he is mad, apart from this present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner of his own doors being shut against his entrance. Belike his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors to bar his way. My way is now to hie home to his house and tell his wife that, being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
Fear me not, man. I will not break away. I'll give thee ere I leave thee so much money to warrant thee as I am rested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not lightly trust the messenger. That I have been attached in Ephesus, I tell thee, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. Oh, but here's my man now. I think he brings the money. How now, sir? Hast thee that I sent thee for?
Aye, here's that. Oh, warrant will pay them all.
But where's the money?
Well, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain, for a rope!
I will serve you 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To a rope's end, and to that end I am returned.
And to that end, sir, I welcome you!
Good sir, be patient.
It is for me to be patient. I am in adversity.
Good now, hold thy tongue.
Rather persuade him to hold his hand.
Thou whore and senseless villain!
So I would that I were senseless, sir, so I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible in nothing but blows! And so is an ass!
So I am an ass indeed. I have served him from the very hour of my nativity to this instant, and I have had nothing for my service from his hands but blows.
Oh! Come along, my wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, beware that rope's end.
Wilt thou still talk?
What say you now? Is not your husband mad?
His incivility confirms no less. Good Dr. Pinch! You are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you what you will demand.
How fiery and how sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me thy hand, and let me feel thy pulse. I charge thee, house within this man to yield possession of my holy bread, and in thy state of darkness hide thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Oh, peace, stoating wizard, peace! I am not mad!
Oh, that thou wert not, poor distressed soul.
You minion, you!
Huh?
Are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face revel and feast it at my house today, whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut and I locked out?
Oh, husband, God doth know you dined today at home, where would you have remained until this time, free from these slanders and this open shame?
Dined at home? Thou villain, what sayest thou?
Sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Were not the doors locked up and I shut out?
The doors were locked up and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself did revile you there.
And did not her kitchen wench rail, taunt, and scorn me?
Certes she did. The kitchen vassal scorned you.
And did not I, in rage, depart from thence?
In verity you did. My bones bear witness, for since he'll felt the vigour of his rage.
Is't good to soothe him in these contraries?
It is no shame. The fellow finds his vein, and yields to him humours well within his friends.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
Money by me? Heart and goodwill you might, but master, not a rag of money.
Went'st thou not to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me and I delivered it.
Fine, I am witness with her that she did.
God and the rope maker do bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress. Mistress, both man and master is possessed. I know it by their plain and deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Wherefore didst thou lock me forth today? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And, a gentle master, I received no gold. But I do confess you were locked out.
Dissembling villain, thou speakest false in both.
Dissembling harlot, thou art false in all, and art confederate with a damned pack to make a loathsome, abject scorn of me. But with these nails, I'll pluck out thy false eyes that would behold me in this shameful sport.
More company! The fiend is strong within him!
What, wilt thou murder me?
How pale and wan he looks.
No, thou jailer, I am thy prisoner. Wouldst thou suffer them to make a rescue?
Masters, let him go. He is my prisoner, and you shall not have him.
Oh, he is tragic too! Bind him!
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. If I let him go, the debt he owes will be required of me.
I will discharge the debt ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed home to my house. Oh, most unhappy day.
Oh, most unhappy strumpet.
Master, I am entered into bond for you.
Oh, out on thee, villain. Wherefore dost thou mad me?
Oh, would you be bound for nothing, master? Oh, cry the devil!
God, poor souls, how idly do they talk. Sister, go you with me. Go bear them hence. Say, whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith.
I know the man. What is the sum that he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it due?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
When Nazir husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring, the ring I saw on his finger just now, straight after did I meet him with a chain.
It may be so, but I could never see it. Come, bear me to where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large.
Ah!
God have mercy, they're loose again! And come with naked swords! Let's call more help to have them bound again, or way they'll kill us!
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She that would be a wife now ran from you.
Come, Dromio, let us go. I long that we are safe and sound aboard.
Faith, let us stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they speak us fair, give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation. That but for the mountain of mad flesh that claims marriage of me. I could find it in my heart to stay here still and turn witch.
I'll not stay here tonight for all the town. Therefore away, to pack our stuff aboard.
You could have kept the music going.
I am sorry, sir, to have hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me, though most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is this man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir, of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city.
His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak soft, for yonder here he walks.
Ooh! Ooh! And that self-chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrously to have. Ooh. Good sir, draw near to me, I'll speak to him. Signor Antiphilus, I wonder much that you would put me to such shame and trouble, and not without withstanding some slander to yourself, so to deny with circumstance and oath this chain which now you wear so openly. Besides the shame, the charge, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this, my honest friend, but who for staying on our controversy had hoisted sail and put to sea today.
Arr!
This chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Oh!
Oh, that you did, and did forswear it too.
Who heard me to forswear it or deny it?
These ears of mine,
Ah!
thou know'st did hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis a pity you live to walk where honest men resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honour and mine honesty against thee presently. If thou dare stand.
Oh, I dare, and do forswear you for a villain. Ha!
Hurt him not! For God's sake, he is mad! Some get within him, take his sword away, bind Dromio to and bear them to my house!
Run, master, run! For God's sake, take a house! This is some priory. In or we are spoiled.
Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence. Let us in, so that we might bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
I am sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long has this possession held the man?
This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. But till this afternoon his passion ne'er brake into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by wreck of sea? Buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eyes strayed in affection on unlawful love? A sin prevailing much of youthful men, who give their eyes the liberty of gazing? Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except it be the last, namely some love that have drawn him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did,
Aye, but not rough enough.
as roughly as my modesty would let me,
Haply in private.
and in assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. At bed he slept, not for my urging it. At board he fed, not for my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In company I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And thereof it came that the man was mad. The venom clamours of a jealous woman, poisons more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. It seems his sleep was hindered by thy railings. Thereof it came that his head was light. Thou sayest his meat was sauced by thy upbraidings. Unquiet meals make ill digestion. And what doth ensue but fever? And what is a fever but a fit of madness? Thou sayest his sports were hindered by thy brawls. Sweet recreation barred, what doth ensue but moody and dull melancholy, kinsman to grim and comfortless despair, and at her heels a huge infectious troop of pale distemperatures and foes to life. In food, in sport, in sweet recreation, to be disturbed would man a mad or beast. The consequence is, thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
I never reprehended him but mildly when he demeaned himself, rough, rude, and wildly. She hath betrayed me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on him.
No! Not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He has taken this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hand till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labour in assaying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, diet his sickness, for it is my office, and will have no attorney but myself, and therefore let me have him home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups and drugs and holy prayers, to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore depart, and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here. And ill it doth beseem, your holiness, to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet, and depart. Thou shalt not have him!
Complain unto the Duke of that indignity.
Come, go. I will fall prostrate at his feet and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
Methinks by that, the dial points at 5. Anon, the Duke himself in person comes this way, to the place of death and sorry execution behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
A reverend Syracusan merchant, put unluckily into your bay against the laws and statutes of this town, to be beheaded publicly for his offence.
Look where they come. We will behold this death. Kneel before the Duke before he pass the abbey.
If any friend pay the sum for him, he shall not die, so much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, whom I made lord of me, and all I had at your important letters, this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the street, with him his bondmen, all as mad as he, doing displeasure to the citizens, by rushing in their houses, bearing thence rings, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound, and sent him home, whilst to take order for the wrongs I went, that here and there his fury had committed. Anon, I not wot by what strong escape he broke from those that had the guard of him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion, with drawn swords, met us again, and madly bent on us, chased us through the street, till, raising of more aid, we came again to bind them. Then they fled into this abbey here, whither we pursued them. And now, the abbess shuts her gates on us and will not suffer us to bring him out, nor send him forth so that he might be borne hence. Therefore, most mighty Duke, with thy command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Long since thy husband served me in thy wars, and to thee I engaged in the prince's word, when I made him master of thy bed to do him all the good and grace I could. Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess hither, I shall determine this before I stir.
Oh, mistress! Mistress!
And save yourself. My master and his man are both broke loose, beaten the maid to row, and bound the doctor, whose beard they have singed off with brands of fire. And ever as it blazed, they threw on him great pails of puddled mire to quench the hair. My master preaches patience to him, and all the while, his man, with scissors, nicks him like a fool. And sure, unless you send some present help, between them they will surely kill the conjurer.
Peace, fool. Thy master and his man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Upon my life, mistress, I tell you true. I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries for you, and vows if he can take you, to scorch your face and disfigure you.
Justice!
Hark, hark, I hear him cry. Fly and be gone.
Come, fear nothing. Stand by me. Guard with halberds.
Justice!
Ay, me it is, my husband. Witness you that he is born about invisible. Even now we housed him in the abbey here, and now he's there, past thought of human reason.
Justice, O most gracious Duke, even for the service that long since I did thee, when I bestride thee in the wars and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that then I lost for thee. Oh, grant me justice. Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there, she that thou gavest to me to be my wife, that hath abused and dishonoured me, even in the strength and height of injury, beyond imagination is the wrong that she this day hath shameless thrown on me.
Speak me fair, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut the doors on me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, dost thou so?
No, my good lord, myself, he, and my sister today did dine together. So before my soul, as this is false, he burdens me with all.
Nay, may I look on day nor sleep on night? She tells your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman! They are both forsworn. In this the madman justly chargeth them.
My liege, I am advised what I say, neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor heady rash provoked with raging ire, albeit that my wrongs might make one wiser mad. This woman looked me forth this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it. For he was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In the street I met him, and in his company, that gentleman. Where did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I this day of him received a chain, which God he knows I saw not. For the which they did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He with none returns. Fairly I bespake the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way, we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler and a fortune-teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead man. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took on him as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes and feeling my pulse, and with no face as 'twere outfacing me, cries out, I was possessed. Then all at once they fell on me, bound me, bore me thence, and in a dark and dankish vault at home there lay me and my man, both bound together, till gnawing with my teeth, my bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, where I beseech you to give me ample satisfactions for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, thus far can I witness with him that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he a chain of thee or no?
He had, my lord. And when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard you say you had the chain of him. After you first swore it on the mart, and thereupon I drew my sword on you, and then you fled into this here abbey, from whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor ever did he draw his sword on me. I never saw this chain, so help me God, and this is false. They burden me with all.
What an intricate impeach is this? I think you have all drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would be. If he were mad, he would not plead so coldly. You say he dined at home. The goldsmith there denies that saying. Sirrah, what say you?
Sir, he dined with, her, there at the Porpentine.
He did. And from my finger snatched that ring.
Tis true, my liege. This ring I had of her. Here, take it. And much thanks for my good cheer.
Saw'st thou him enter at the abbey here?
As sure, my liege, as I do see your grace.
Well, this is strange. Go, get the Lady Abbess. I think you're all mated or stark mad.
Most mighty Duke, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a gentleman will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is not that your bondman Dromio?
Within the hour I was his bondman, sir. But he, I thank him, he gnawed my bonds in two. Now I am Dromio, his man, unbound.
I am sure you both of you remember me.
Ourselves we do remember by you, for we were of late bound as you are now. Oh, you are not Pinch's patient, are you, sir?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
No, I never saw thee in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, and careful hours with time's deformed hand have written strange features in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, I do not.
I am sure thou dost.
And I am sure that I do not. And whatever a man denies, well, you are bound to believe him.
Not know my voice? Oh, time's extremity! Hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years, that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? Though this grained face be weather-worn, and all the conduits of my blood froze up, yet hath my night of life some memory. My wasting lamps a fading glimmer left, my dull deaf ears a little used to hear. All these old witnesses, I cannot err. Tell me thou art my son, Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since, in Syracuse, oh boy, thou knowest we parted. But perhaps, my son, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duke and all who know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I ne'er saw Syracusa in my life.
Stand back! Behold a man much wronged.
I see 2 husbands. All mine eyes deceive me. One of these men is genius to the other, and so are these. Which is the natural man and which the spirit who disciples them?
Aye, Sir Andromio, command him away.
I, Sir Andromio, pray, let me stay.
Aegean, art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here?
Whomever hath bound him, I will loose his bonds, and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegean, if thou be'st the man that had a wife once called Amelia, that bore thee at a burden 2 fair sons. Oh, if thou be'st that same Aegean, speak, and speak unto that same Amelia.
Why, now begins my morning story, right? These 2 Antipholuses, these 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance. We are the parents to these children, which accidentally are met together. If I dream not, thou art Emilia?
Antipholus, thou camest from Corinth first.
No, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stay, stand apart.
Oh.
I know not which is which.
No, I came from Corinth.
And I with him.
Which of you 2 did, dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are you not my husband?
No. I say nay to that.
And so do I, for she did call me so. But this fair gentlewoman did call me brother. What I told you then, I hope I shall have the leisure to make good. If this be not a dream I see and hear, I'll fuss.
That is the chain, sir, that you had of me?
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain, arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail by Dromio, but I think he brought it not.
No, none by me.
The purse of ducats I received from you by my man, Dromio, did give to me. I still do see that we met each other's man, and I was ta'en for him and him for me, and thereupon these errors are arose.
Those ducats pawn I for my father here.
It shall not need. Thy father hath his life. Gathered friends, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into this abbey here, and hear at large discourse all our fortunes. All those assembled in this place, that by this sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong, go keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I gone but in travail of you, my sons, but till this present hour my heavy burden ne'er delivered. The Duke, my husband, my children both, and you, the calendars to their nativity. Go to a gossip's feast and joy with me. After so long grief, such fun and festivity.
With all my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master,
Huh?
shall I fetch your goods from shipboard?
Oh, Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
Your good servant, late host at the Centaur.
He speaks to me. I am your man, Dromio. Come, go with us. No, we'll look to that. Embrace thy brother there. Rejoice with him. It's not weird we're wearing the same clothes.
There's a fat friend at your master's house at kitchen me for you today at dinner. She shall now be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks thou art my glass, not my brother. Oh, I see by you I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk in and see their gossiping?
Oh, not I, sir. You are my elder.
Oh, that's a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the senior. Till then, lead thou first.
Nay, thus. We came into the world as brother and brother. So let's go hand in hand, not one before the other.